Hello and welcome to another manga spotlight. This is Ayashimon. This is by Kaku Yuji, whose previous work was Hell's Paradise. If you haven't read Hell's Paradise, I highly recommend checking it out. It is a really good series, also really horrifying. But this series is kind of like the complete opposite. While Hell's Paradise was a action horror drama, this series is more of a action comedy. The summary is basically about a boy named Maruo who is starved for battle, meets Urara, a girl trying to escape from underworld thugs. A supernatural Yakuza story by Yuji Kaku, the creator of Hell's Paradise. So yeah, let's jump right into this. So I won't be showing any interiors because the company behind the publication of this series is Suisha. I probably butchered that name, but they have flagged me before. They have flagged me for showing a few interiors for a series that is not even officially licensed in America and has no official English translations. And so I just want to deal with that nonsense anymore. So I am just going to be showing this one image and this one image only. And this one image is promotional artwork, so they can't copyright strike me for that. But I will be discussing the basic story and stuff like that. So you guys can just put this on and go about your day and just listen, because you're not going to miss any interiors because I won't be showing any. So our story takes place in around the modern day times. Only demons exist, and we get a little flashback. In February 1990X, the chairman of the Enma Syndicate, which is the largest criminal organization in the region, passed away. And Yakuza from all over the region come for his funeral. And all the Yakuza members are demons. And in this world, basically organized crime is handled by demons. Every Yakuza member and Yakuza group and stuff is demons in disguise as humans. With the death of this man, there's been a power balance. So there's the new Enma Syndicate. There is the Todoroki Alliance, which is a collection of biker gangs. There are the Ayakashi Beastars, and they basically control like all the host clubs, like the nightclubs, the cabarets. And then there is the Kori Hotel Group, and they are basically, as the name says, they own like the hotels, and they're slowly expanding into the Shinjuku turf. And so yeah, we have basically this power balance between these four different Yakuza groups who are all trying to have control over this district. And we see our main character, and our main character is Maruo, and he is a human, and he is a human that is obsessed with manga to the point where his dream is to become a manga protagonist. That's all he wants to do in life. He wants to be a manga protagonist. And he is basically Saitama from One Punch Man in the sense that he has trained himself so much to the point that he can pretty much beat everything in one hit. He grew up idolizing manga. He grew up idolizing like Goku, Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, just like all the popular manga protagonists. And we see flashbacks of his life, and he seems to kind of have it pretty rough. Every time we see him, he's bruised and dirty. His house is kind of dilapidated. His father appears to be an alcoholic who used to beat him. So manga was like his escapism. And he idolized the characters in the manga series that he read. And he decided to mimic their training. So he would punch boulders. He would run upstairs with a bunch of tires stacked on his back. He would meditate under waterfalls. He would punch trees and stuff like that. That was basically what he did. And he did this for so long that now as a teenager or a young adult, I don't know if we really get his age, he's pretty much unstoppable. We see him, he punches a sandbag and it breaks. He punches a speed bag and it breaks. And he gets kicked out of the gym because all the equipment is destroyed. So then he decides, okay, well, maybe I'll try sumo. So he tries sumo and he beats all the sumo wrestlers and he destroys the sumo arena. So they fire him from that. So they're like, well, why don't you like get a job at a bakery or something? So he tries to get a job at a bakery, and he's so strong that anytime he tries to make anything like buns, sandwich bread, curry bread, it just gets smashed. Like even when he barely touches it because he's so powerful, and he ends up breaking all the equipment. So he basically gets fired from everything that he tries to do. He can't get any kind of job whatsoever because he's just too overpowered. Any little thing he does, it just ruins. Like for example, we see these bullies show up and they try to beat him up, and like they punch him in the face and he doesn't even flinch. He doesn't even move his head, and he basically puts his hand on the guy's shoulder to kind of like pat him, like, I'm so jealous that you have such a cool job. And just doing a small little pat ends up breaking the guy's collarbone. So that's how powerful he is. And during this event, we meet Urara. And Urara is a little lolly girl who also happens to be a demon. And she is being chased by a large group of Yakuza. And she stumbles across Maruo. She ducks behind him. And Maruo kind of gets involved. I mean, he sees this little girl being chased by a bunch of Yakuza. He thinks something shady is going down. He punches one of them, knocks him flying into a tree. And all the other Yakuza members group up together and they all attack him at once. And he beats the crap out of all of them. And that's when the boss of this little group shows up. And Urara grabs Maruo and rushes away with him. And she basically offers him a job. She's like, I want you to accept my Sakazuki Sake cup. Basically what this is it is a ceremony formalizing the relationship between a Yakuza member and their boss. So she pretty much informs them, I'm a Yakuza boss and I want you to be a member. And he decides, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be a Yakuza member. Why the hell would I want to join the Yakuza? He explains, I want to be a manga protagonist. That's all I've wanted to do all my life. I want to be a manga protagonist. So, like, go look elsewhere. And then that's when she realizes, like, this guy is super strong. Like, he punches a wall and shatters it, basically. She's like, are you sure you're a human? And he's like, well, yeah, of course I'm a human. Like, what the hell does that mean? And she's like, well, I thought you were one of us. And then she points up, and all the Yakuza members that he had beat up previously, including the boss, shows up. And they're all demons. And they all basically jump down, and they basically want to kidnap the girl, and they want to eat the boy. Like, the kid's a civilian. We're going to eat him. And this is when we get some rules. Like, there's an accord. It almost kind of reminds me of Vampire the Masquerade, where basically there are designated feeding zones. And demons can only eat humans in those designated areas. To go against that is going against the accord. But these demons are like, we're Yakuza, we're demons, we're monsters. Like, we give a crap about some rules. So, they reveal themselves. And then that's when Maruo is, like, he's kind of shaking. And at first they think he's scared, but he's like, I can't take it. Like, don't get my hopes up any higher. This is basically straight out of a manga. Like, these are demons, and I get to protect this girl. Like, this is basically me being able to become a manga protagonist. Like, this is it. So he gets sucker punched, and he starts laughing. He starts enjoying it because, like, his one of his molars is cracked, blood's gushing down. He's like, it's been so long since I felt this. Like, we see him. He's attacked street gangs. He's fought off entire schools. Like, nothing gives him a challenge anymore. But now he's feeling something from this fight. Like, he's even so strong that he lifts up a car over his head, Superman style, and chucks it at the demons. And then he's like, you guys are monsters, right? You're scary monsters. Well, what about me? Do I look like a manga protagonist now? And that's when the boss initiates a one-on-one. And the one-on-one is it's a battle of guts and a battle of the soul. And what it is it's part of the rules of the demons, where things are not solved through, like, intellect or negotiations. Really, things are solved through one-on-one battles. So if you have a beef with someone, you challenge them to a one-on-one fight. The demons then will do this chant, like, by beating drums, and it kind of forms a barrier around the two participants so that they can go all out without doing any damage to any of the surrounding areas, and without like humans realizing what's going on and stuff. So this boss challenges our main character, and our main character basically does his version of the Kamehameha, which is basically the same as Goku's version, only he finishes up with an uppercut, and he punches the guy's head off. And he's basically upset. He's like, "Oh man, like that was too easy. Come on, like forget this one-on-one crap. Just all of you come at me at once." And so everyone charges at him at once, and he just has this big, stupid, gleeful smile on his face as he fights all these demons, and he beats all of them up. And then he turns to Urara, and he's like, "You know what? I apologize for not accepting your cup earlier. I accept it now. This is the life for me. Like as long as if you promise me a bunch of fights, then I will be your bodyguard." And so they make a pact, and then we get more information about Urara. She kind of explains to our main character about the different Yakuza gangs, the accords, the one-on-one battles, like all these rules. And we see like a shot of his head exploding because it's like, this is just too information. He's like, "You know what? Like forget all about that. I don't care. Like just tell me who you need to fight, and I'll go and fight them. Like that's all I need to know. I don't need to know about any of these other stuff." And we get some more flashback scenes and stuff like that. And we find out that Urara is actually the bastard child of the Yakuza boss that died. The one who was originally in charge of the main group that his death kind of threw off the balance. He is the child of that person. And that person basically put her into hiding. The other demons kind of mock her and say that, he sent you away because he didn't want anything to do with you. But it's kind of hinted that actually it's the opposite. He sent her away because he didn't want any harm to come to her. And so what she wants is she wants to reclaim her rightful throne. She wants to reclaim her seat at the head of the Yakuza and take over the region as the rightful heir. And so she needs to form a group, and she needs to take out the other Yakuza gangs. So far, though, the only members in her group are herself and Maruo. So this is basically her trying to fund this group. And she takes our protagonist into the city, into Kabukicho, which is completely run by demons. She even explains, like, the entire place is packed with demons. There are humans, who come to like enjoy the different vices, gambling, sex, all that stuff. We see like funny scenes where we see like one guy leaving a prostitute, and the prostitute's like, "Thanks, come again." And then the prostitute morphs into a tanuki's nutsack and goes inside his pants. So basically, this guy was having sex with a tanuki testicle. But yeah, it just kind of basically shows that there are demons everywhere. They control this city. And the humans amongst them have no idea about what's going on. And they have no idea because of the rules, because of the accord that they have. So follow the rules and everything will be okay. So they're inside this restaurant, and they see these two demons arguing. And one of them is basically a wimp, and he's kind of getting his butt kicked. And Maruo is like, he doesn't want to witness this. And also he realizes that Urara wants to she needs an office. She needs a base of operations. So she's like, "Well, we'll let this weakling get his ass kicked, and then we'll follow him back to his base, and we'll take over that base." And then Maruo's like, "Well, that's too much trouble. Like, he's getting beat up right now. How about I just fight this dude, and then we just say, like, I'll beat this guy up, and in return, you give me your office." So Maruo initiates the fight. He doesn't even start the one-on-one. He just gets straight into the fight, punches this demon, beats him up, and causes a lot of damage in the process. And that's basically the start of the fall for these two, because he initiated a fight without going through the one-on-one rules. He brought a lot of tension upon himself. And now a lot of demons are aware that there's someone kind of breaking the rules. There are newbies in here. And also they get the attention of the Bureau. And the Bureau are basically the police force of the city. And I don't know if they're demons. They are supernatural. I don't know if they're demons. I don't know what exactly they are, but they basically keep the demons in check. They're very powerful, and they're pretty much like almost like dirty cops in the sense they're like, we will allow you to, you know, run your gang in the city. We will allow you to have feeding zones where you can kill humans and stuff like that, but you cannot break the rules that we have set, and you cannot reveal yourself. It's kind of like the Masquerade again, like from Vampire the Masquerade. You cannot reveal that demons exist. So as long as you stay within those parameters, we are okay. We're good. But because Maruo brought a lot of attention by initiating a fight and causing destruction, the Bureau is now getting involved. So now Urara and Maruo have gathered the attention of the other Yakuza gangs as well as the Bureau. And that's as far as I'm going to go. So yeah, this is a great series so far. It's only 8 chapters in, and I believe it is bi-monthly. So I believe there's actually, it might be a weekly series. I don't know if it's weekly or bi-monthly. So either you're going to get a new chapter every week, or you're going to get a new chapter every 2 weeks. Either way, I would say jump into it now because it's only 8 chapters, so you can easily catch up. And yeah, give it a read. It is fantastic. It's awesome. It's basically the Yakuza video game series meets One Punch Man meets Jujutsu Kaisen. That's pretty much what this series is. It's kind of like you take those 3 things, you mesh them together, you end up getting Ayashimon. So check it out. Highly recommend it. And yeah, there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys got any manga I should check out, let me know. And I'm also going to be doing anime soon. I'm mostly focusing on movies and OVAs for the moment because I'm one of those people where I can't just review an entire season in one video. I like to dedicate a video per episode. Like each episode should get its own video and review and attention. So that's why I kind of want to focus on just movies or OVAs that have like 3, 6, maybe 9 episodes. So if you got any stuff like that you think I should check out, let me know. If you got any manga I should check out, let me know. But yeah, if you got any comic books you think I should check out, let me know. But there you go. Ayashimon. Check it out. Amazing series so far. I'm really loving it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.